I'm not even a quarter of the way through my Bud Light next.
No problem.
So awful. I can't believe you're drinking them.
I gotta watch my figure, man.
Yeah, I'll just drink water.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here of the Wish You Were Beer Show. As always, we do this every Thursday night. It's a live show, so bear with us as we try to figure it out because we haven't in 200 some episodes yet.
Also, 8:01, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, close
They're
enough.
only 60
We're
seconds
pretty close.
apart.
Yeah.
We were fashionably late.
We've been much worse.
Oh,
I
we've
mean,
been way worse.
We were 100% fashionably late. Look at Phil's shirt. I love this shirt so much.
It was worth it just for the shirt. You know?
Yeah,
That's why we were late. I had to find the shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know how you couldn't find it. I assume it sticks out.
I wish it glue in the dark.
It might.
True. It's from TV, so I'm sure there's some poison on it that'll glow. All right.
I agree, Mike. Tiffany's got a baller shirt on this evening.
I don't know if everyone remembers when Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were dating and then went to an event in jean matching attire. But that famous photo.
You can't forget.
Yeah, I know. But for the listeners out there.
For the listeners, this is what I'm wearing. I'm scantily clad. Low cut red.
No.
Beautiful song you have on, Daniel.
Thank you. I'm excited for tonight's show. We are going to be doing a full trivia show like we did about a month ago now. So we're going to have quite a bit more trivia questions. It is going to be centered around Saturday morning cartoons, which ties into our beer this evening as well. So you guys know the drill. Go to kahoot.it. You can put in our game pin, which is at the top of the chat, and we will also scroll it here in a little bit. You can see all our links down the bottom of the page. That's all old news. We'll get to that later when I want to plug merchandise more. But we were lucky enough that Kevin from If I Brewed the World down in Florida is actually going to be joining us on the show tonight. We reached out to him relatively last minute, and he was kind enough to come on the show. So I'm excited because we are doing this Beery Crunch wheat ale from If I Brewed the World. So it's Saturday morning cereal bowl is what I'm expecting. So I'm really interested to try this one and kind of hear where this beer comes from and why.
I mean, maybe it's just like a berry forward wheat with some like sugar.
No.
Which would just make it more alcoholic technically because it would have fermented, but that's fine.
I want this to be all crunch berries all the time. That's just
100%. 100%.
Oh, it's only 5%.
So I'm excited for tonight's show. It's always nice when we get a brewery or a brewer who's willing to stop by and listen to my dumbass try to figure out beer. So it's always exciting. Kevin was having a little bit of issue with his camera, so he may not be able to see us, but we will all be able to see and hear him.
His loss.
No, trust me.
Don't worry, I described my shirt.
So, Kevin, we're going to bring you in here in just a second, right after Phil plays one of the best clips he's ever made that you'll have to go back and see.
All right. You'll be with us shortly.
And we're back.
Kevin, welcome, buddy. How are you?
What's going on? So now I don't see the camera's still black, but the one Danielle and Tiffany, I can't see the shirt. It was like a little screenshot when the video played. So now I got like a little thumbnail of you guys.
Oh, good.
Good.
Have him picking his nose or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
When we're off camera, it's no one knows.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was gonna ask. I was like, I can't see the shirts. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I can see that it's the Britney J. Timbo shirt.
You don't have that image just burned into your brain when we explained it?
Well, Kevin, give us a little background on yourself. So you're the head brewer and the owner of If I Brewed the World?
Yeah, which I don't recommend, by the way.
We've heard that before.
But yeah. Yeah, I was somebody bought me a Mr. Beer kit one year, and then it just kind of went down this rabbit hole. it's a longer story than that, but that's the gist of it.
So you got a Mr. Beer kit and then like made it a career. I got one and then just threw it out. That was how I went.
I ended up going to this beer bar that one of the brewers was, or one of the bartenders was a brewer, and I ended up talking to him for a while, and then he's like, well, if you're interested, go check out, go to this homebrew shop in Tampa, and you can get a kit and do all this. So I went there, and I did, and I got a homebrew kit, and then started learning. It's like another language, and it looked like a meth lab in my house for years. I was trying to explain it when people came over because there's all kinds of powders and beakers and there's a lot going on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've seen so many setups of people like, this is where I started brewing, and it's like the jankiest thing that's on their stove. And I love it though, because it's you know, when you can learn to brew on a weird system like that, you know, and then you learn how to upscale it, you know, it's just you know, learning how to figure it out and get all the right measurements. I'm trailing off. I lost where I was.
Good Lord.
ADHD medicine's worn off, man. Gotta just let me go. You fly. I'm a peacock. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's been interesting. Always learning and changing. And then I opened the end of 2018. So like December. Well, I signed the lease in January of 2018. So my son was born in August 2017, and then I signed this lease January. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on during then. And then so we were basically, the first year was like 2019, and then like had this momentum. Everything was golden. Everything was great going into 2020, and then of course 2020. So it's been an interesting time. You know, things have always changed. Nothing's ever been you know, like I'm like, oh, I'll get used to this, and it'll be. It's always just keeps moving and changing. So it's been interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
Now, what size system are you brewing on down there?
5-barrel system. So we have a 5-barrel, bigger fermenters, but 5-barrel system. So I was gonna say, so you guys have not tried the beer yet?
I'm
drinking it currently. I don't play around.
I was about to open it.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. So did you guys? So you picked it up when you were down here, or?
So
I live in Florida, and I'm in Miami, and
okay.
I'll be honest. I'm a can art person, and I'm like I like to see weird things, and this one obviously jumped out at me.
Nice.
And that's really just all it is. And then it tied into the fact that we have trivia nights every now and then, and we wanted to do a Saturday morning trivia, so it just kind of worked out.
That's cool. I like that. That's good. Doing something right here. You just picked it randomly, so that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You guys
so I was, you know, in the intro of this beer when we were thinking about it, and when Phil illegally shipped it to us, I thought for sure it was going to be, even though it's a wheat, I thought for sure it was going to be red or like purple or something in color, but it's. You know, it's a little hazy. It looks like a good wheat, but just smells different than what I expected.
It smells like
cereal.
It does. I can't play wet cereal.
Yeah, that one there is a lot of trial and error. People are like, what do you put the cereal in there? So there's no cereal, nothing. It's just a lot of. I always joke around and say it's my grandma's secret recipe, even though it's.
That's fun.
Fun fact, the first time I ever made that was my son's baby shower. That's actually the first time I was just messing around, and because I make all kinds of weird, funky stuff or fun stuff. So that one seemed to be, that has been our most popular one compared to, like, we do a butter beer. I did a spicy barbecue sauce, which is like a smoked sour. There's a ton of fun, other cereal beers, obviously, fun stuff. So that one seemed to be the one that people seem to like. I think it's because it doesn't exist. Like, where are you gonna, like, what is a crunch berry?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Where?
Like, and the nostalgia of it, kind of like the 90s theme and all that. Like, our little slogan is, you know, like Saturday morning cartoons, which you kind of mentioned, and doing the trivia and everything. So I'm a 90s kid.
The smell is so nostalgic.
It really is.
It's crazy.
Do you have like a chemistry background or something in order to make this happen?
Palette, like always trying to do something. I always or a pet peeve is when I go to get a beer and it has this amazing description and it has all these like keywords, and I'm like, that sounds awesome. And I go to try it, and it's nothing. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. What am I drinking? I
see Phil, but
Yeah.
he is
in full agreement.
100% agreed with
Just
you.
like-
and that's a lot. I mean, that's a ton. So whatever we do put out, we really try to make it taste like that. I mean, everybody does, I suppose, but I really try to focus on that. So so far, so good.
It was a risky move having you on for this beer for that exact reason. I was afraid that it was going to taste nothing like what I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And I'm so incredibly pleasantly surprised with how much you nailed this.
That's awesome. That's great. I appreciate that, because you're even around us, since it kind of gained popularity. A lot of in-place restaurants try to do different ones. They'll do Lucky Charms and different ones, and they taste nothing like that. So
Yeah.
We had a brewery near us attempt.
There's a brewery that did one near us that was like a Lucky Charms thing, and they really hyped it up. They did well on the presentation of it, so it sold out like crazy and was hard to find.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
that good.
It wasn't the same as where you've like nailed the crunch berry, whatever that flavor is and smell is. Like they kind of got close.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
Now I see a lot of these breweries that make these style of beers tend to go like a sour route or like a goes base or something like that. What is there something within the wheat of this that makes this work better for you? Was that the original idea? Did you try different variations?
No, it was always the wheat. The wheat, I think it's got a little more thickness to it, and I think it worked better as like a cereal kind of thing with the wheat, and it works better within the recipe. And then another reason with the wheats is I don't have to worry about clarity, so that's always nice. Like I don't have to mess with, or if it's not quite clear, this or that. So if I use a different style, I think it wouldn't play as well. So I don't have to worry about that as much. So it works out. And that was always, I thought about putting in other ones or doing like a sour version or seeing if it would work in other ones, but just haven't. It seems to work in the wheat, and it's comforting, it's easy. Wheat's pretty universal too. That's some people, people are like, oh, I hate sours or I hate whatever it is. So that one's kind of everybody seems to be okay with the wheat. So that was another reason too. So
yeah, and I think that's an interesting idea, because you're right. It's universal enough that people that if you just like a beer, you can probably gravitate to this one, even though it's something out of the ordinary.
It's a middle of the road.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And it was supposed to be an easy drinker. It's supposed to be, fun and enjoyable. And you don't really have to be, I don't know, into craft beer necessarily. Like we get a lot of people who say they don't like beer, but they like that because of, taste. Like it's supposed to taste like the Crunch Berry cereal, which is nice, so it opens up a few other target markets, I guess, or people. So that part's cool too. Whereas if it was a sour, certain things like that, people aren't always as receptive, I think. So
yeah, I think those beers have like a stigma of like, oh, I've had so many bad sours, whatever, I won't even try them anymore. We had that, which is good.
So
and there's the trends too, where it's like sours were, I think, pretty popular. Not that they've gone away, but they were hugely popular for a second, and then it's this big circle. That one seems to not. Wheat seems to be okay. Seems to stand the test of time or something like that.
I was wondering, so you nailed this one, which is great, because I think a lot of those kind of kitschy beers sometimes are just there, and I feel like they're just there to sell like one barrel's worth of beer and just call it a day.
Yeah.
But what I'm wondering is, because you seem to like all these kind of creative beers, have you tried to make one that didn't work and you just were like, I can't sell this? Or like, what's some of the weird ones you've tried?
Let's see. I think I tried to do Fruity Pebbles, which I can't really do. I'll say Blueberries one that I just can't really mess with. Oh, it's funny. I just saw the picture. Now I see you now with your dinosaur shirt. Looks great.
Hey.
What was he saying with the blueberries? I can never get blueberries to work. I love blueberries, but it's either blueberries are actually pretty sometimes sour, and then they add sugar, so it messes with the recipe a little bit. Or if you use, in my experience at least, if you use the extract kind of stuff, it tastes like artificial. It tastes like candy. It doesn't taste, in my head, what I think of blueberry should taste like. So that's another one like I never use. We've tried a lot of weird. We did a coffee cola sour, which I liked, but I don't know. People didn't seem to like that one. So there's
that one sounds weird. I drink it.
So there's some that don't quite work out, but
we got a suggestion that you should do a Count Chocula porter.
We did a Cocoa Krispies one that I thought was pretty good with it's like cocoa nibs, some other ones. Sometimes it's hard to nail, like the cocoa nibs, there's the bitterness of it, so you got to kind of balance it. But I was thinking Count Chocula, or we did do what's the other one? What's the berry one? Berry Ghost? Berry Monster? Can't think of it right now.
Oh yeah. It is a berry monster.
Because there were 3 of them, right? There's the vampire, the mummy, and the...
Yeah. I grew up very poor. Most of my cereal came in a large bag and was knockoff.
I think it's blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry. I think it was blueberry. I think we did a blueberry one time, but it wasn't quite like...
According
it just
to
didn't nail it.
It's Frankenberry.
Frankenberry, yes, Frankenberry.
Other people are also saying blueberry, so I don't know.
I think that's a joke. I think that's one of those, what's Ghost's favorite berry?
Yeah, oh, blueberry, that's right.
Blueberry.
Fuck, I love that joke.
Good joke.
Do you have another one coming out soon that's kind of on your radar? You've got my eyes on your brewery now, because I'm like dying to try all these ones.
We have a couple others right now. There's on Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Apple Jacks, which those we do often. Those are basically the 3 right now, because those seem to work out and people seem to like too.
So now you guys are in St. Petersburg, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you distro? Are you out of Florida? Or are you just in the local area?
We do distro just in the state though, so just in Florida right now with Progressive as distributor. So and the cans we did, that can run was we bought a canning line, but that particular one I don't think we had it yet. So that will be coming very soon. Will be more like the butterbeer. I have the labels for, so to be, for starters, to be the Beery Crunch and the butterbeer, which is a brown ale, which it's butterscotch, cinnamon, caramel, vanilla, brown sugar.
Yes, I'm listening.
So, but it's balanced too, so it's not overly sweet in my opinion. So it's easy drinker as well. It's good because you get all those flavors. It's fun. Definitely, we're going for the Harry Potter type thing, and it's not quite the one. If you've ever been to like Universal, you get one of those, because that one sort of has I want to say that's like a cream soda, like a butterscotch cream soda, which is really hard to nail in a beer. So it's still pretty good. It's a good, it's along those lines. You get the gist of it. Those have been probably the 2 most popular ones, the Beery Crunch and the butterbeer. So those are going to be the cans. I need
butterbeer.
We had on the show a Warheads. Was it Warhead Seltzer or was it Warhead?
No, it was a sour.
Well,
Warhead Sour.
I think I've had that.
I think.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I kind of hope you make a Warheads, because it didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Wasn't
I haven't done
sour enough.
I haven't done that many sours. The only sours we did that we still do, we do a grape Laffy Taffy, and then a orange creamsicle, which is like, it's not spicy, but it's got a little bit of cayenne, so it gives this kind of kick, but it's not like a spicy kick. It just kind of adds a little spark to it, which is cool in a sour. So it's super drinkable. The sours too we do aren't very like sour. They're more, I'll say, tart versus like, because I don't really like where it's, mouth puckering, or you have to be in that mood, I guess. But so the idea is that they're drinkable. So that for sours, those are 2 sours. But
agreed.
Good talk, Phil. Agreed.
No, because I just kept thinking about how easily drinkable. It's weird to have a very drinkable beer like this.
Yeah, because this is a very unique flavor profile.
Yeah.
And I keep going back for it.
Yeah.
Because it is one, it's delicious, but 2, it's really light, and it's like, I could I could drink 2 of these and be just fine.
Yeah.
I think it's good for this time of year too, obviously. So
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. So yeah, keep Phil, you're the one in Miami?
I am, yeah. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
Which means then he can illegally ship it to us. We'll be in Miami soon to visit Phil, but it probably won't be done by then.
No.
There you go. Yeah. I'm from down there too, so I actually travel down there, not right now because I got a lot going on, but frequently I'm down in that area, South Florida. So
fine, you can bring me beer.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Exactly, yeah. So that could work out.
I love it. Kevin, I just want to say, man, thank you for stopping by kind of last minute. We're going to transition over to trivia here so we can make sure we get everything in. But I was excited to learn about If I Brew the World. It's a brand and a brewery I've never heard of.
And I love the name.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yes.
So I was really excited when Phil sent these to us and we had the chance to try them on the show. Really, really thankful you got to swing by as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. If you're in St. Pete, obviously, yeah, come by. We even have a secret door as well, so kind of like a little speakeasy type thing. So if you're ever in the area, definitely let me know.
Brewery makes the coolest beers and apparently has the coolest location, and I'm so.
It's a cool spot. I think it's a cool spot.
All right.
It's fun. It's a fun little eclectic place. So yeah, you have to stop by. But anyways, yeah, thank you for having me on, and I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like the beer too. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks
you
so much. And cheers. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Take care.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. Bye.
I love it. I love when people obviously we sent the link out late and sent the request or hey, you should stop by the show really late. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I got time. I'll come by.
I love that.
Yeah.
I understand people are busy and even a Thursday night, from a brewery perspective, those are always busy days. Yeah. But I love when people are like, you know what, that sounds cool and a unique thing to do for my brand. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like right before, so we are going to get into trivia here in a second. We do have more people watching than can play trivia. So you might want to jump in sooner rather than later. But I think we should just quickly talk about the beer. I think we said most of everything so far.
Sure.
But, now that he's not here, so we can actually judge it.
Trash.
I freaking love this beer.
Yeah, I do as well.
I'm I don't know if you guys saw when I opened it and I smelled it and then I tried it and I smelled it. I went through a couple rounds and I was like, the fuck is happening with this beer? It's spot on.
Yeah.
And I'm mad about it, but I'm also going to continue drinking it because it's great.
It's crazy how much it smells like a bowl of milk that had cereal in it.
That is fucking crazy.
That is it.
That was the weirdest
what
part.
Cereal is
the beer is good.
Yeah.
But that is the craziest part is how much the aroma is holy shit.
I think that's what takes it over the top for me in the sense of not only does it taste like the cereals, but it smells like it, so it's an entire experience.
Yeah.
I also feel like my mouth is going to get cut up when you have too much Captain
Oh
Crunch.
God, the roof of your mouth.
So it's kind of nice that I get to have the flavor without it just destroying my gums.
It's a very true story. Now, that being said, I'm going to try it against a well-known beer. See which one is better. I think I know, but Bud Light next.
Next
beer. Now, this beer is really solid. I'm pleasantly surprised. It is all around really well done. Yeah.
If you are in the St. Petersburg area or within the state of Florida, you can get the Beery Crunch wheat ale that is just like Saturday morning cartoons. And it's from If I Brewed the World.
Oh, look at you trying to segue.
I got you.
Slide into their DMs and request
also, my mother is in the chat trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. So I just felt like maybe
what cereal?
Much like explaining my shirt, I could help out.
All right. So if you did join us last month when we did a full night of trivia, we're going to do quite a few more questions. It is themed. We are doing Saturday morning cartoons. So I see a few people have already made their teams already. I appreciate that. We are going to give away a prize this week to the winner of trivia. So if you're interested in a Wish You Were Beer Show fanny pack or whatever the fuck else we come up with, play along, try to win. So if you haven't gone to Kahoot.it yet, now's your chance. Put in the game pen. And
there is a cap. So
yeah, there is a cap.
There's like maybe 2 spaces left.
It's like the NFL.
Yep.
I don't. Does I put a cap in? No.
It's a salary cap.
Oh, salary cap. That's what we're going for.
Let's play some trivia.
Let's do it. Trying to get this Bud Light next down before it gets warm.
Ooh, you got 1 spot left in there. Oh, no, 2. Someone dropped it.
We'll see. Okay, so we got Brew Kid, Try 2, Scooby Brew.
We have 2 Scooby Brews.
1 has a dash. Bugs Baby, Brewer, Double Denim Do. Well, L Box, I know who that is. And Broger Brews and Oscar
just joined.
Okay.
I'm glad Brogert Brews is back.
Yeah, always good to see repeat names that don't win.
Oh, snap.
Snap.
Shots of fire.
I can't play, so I can poke fun at whoever I want. So if you're familiar with this, it's pretty simple. We're going to ask a question. It's going to be multiple choice usually. I don't know if Phil hasn't sure. But you have to get the right answer, obviously. But whoever gets that answer fastest as well as right gets more points than just someone getting it right. So go with your gut, play as fast as you can, good, bad, or ugly. And then Phil, do you know how the questions are sequenced? Whose section is first?
Daniel, you're first. Tiffany, then me.
Oh, thank God, because this Bud Light is kicking in.
All right, we ready to get this thing started?
I was born ready.
Let's do it. Kahoot!
Still my favorite. Oh, nice. Nice.
I love that.
All right. So the Animaniacs were siblings. What was the name of their sister? Was it Dee, Joni, Dot, or Joanna?
Ooh. A lot of people got this one right as expected.
You goddamn right it was Dot.
Yep. What are the other 2 names?
Wacko and Yakko.
There we go.
I thought. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I believe they had some baloney in their slacks, if I recall.
I almost did that that question, and I was like, wait a second, he's already talking about Dot in a different trivia question.
Animaniacs was my fucking jam, for the record.
Animaniacs was great. I always thought that it was part of another show, but then I realized that there was another show a part of Animaniacs. So,
correct.
Some of those shows there was a lot of crossovers, a lot of like middle of the episode, like they had a lead and a closer, and then they always had something in the middle.
Yeah, it's like cartoon Inception.
Yeah. I always felt like Pinky and the Brain was not its own show and like was a show within a show.
Conspiracy theory. Let me tell you about that one. No, all right, no. We don't have time.
All right, let's see who got it the fastest.
Brew Kid Try 2. Well done out there.
Broger Brews is in there. They heard your threat.
Yeah, and then showed up in 4th. Way to stick it to me there, Broger Brews.
There's still time.
There's plenty of time.
Question 2.
We'll blow through these easy questions first. All right, what was the name of Darkwing Duck's sidekick? Darkwing Duck Jr., Robin, Swimming Pool McQuack, or Launchpad McQuack?
I'm not gonna lie. I know of Darkwing Duck, and I just don't really remember watching it that often.
It was Duck Batman. What's cooler than Batman? A duck.
It was pretty cool.
I know like the whole thing about it. I just have like no memories of actually watching it.
It was Launchpad McQuack.
Such a wild name.
It's a great name.
I almost named my first child that.
It was an amazing name for a duck. If you put that name against any other thing, it's like, well, it's a stupid name.
It reminds me of when they let people name like ships or like
Bodie
the
McBoatface.
snow plows. Like Launchpad McQuack sounds like it should be like a helicopter pad or something.
Get your shit together, Jack. Just the comments aren't important right now. You just Kahoot. All right, a lot of people got this one correct as well, but who was the fastest? Oh, Brew Kid tried to
on the podium anymore.
Oh, Brogert
Brews is pretty
slowly sneaking up on the podium. Proud of you. I'm sure your dad never told you that, but I'll tell you, I'm proud of you.
Let me tell you, Brogert Brews, you're gonna be real upset when the shirt you win has that name on it.
I don't think so. I think that's part of the plan.
All right. Moving. We're moving.
Trace. That was for Vero. Question Trace. What was the family's last name on Rugrats? Pickles, Cucumber, Peppers, or Smith?
I believe it's Smith.
I'd love it to be Smith.
There is another name on here that I like, though. Oh, now we can say it. I would have liked Cucumbers.
I would have been just fine with it.
Yeah.
I would have been fine if the kids' names were Cucumber and the parents were Pickles.
Only if they drank wine a lot.
Yeah.
Or like they
Tommy Cucumbers in a little swimming pool that's been heated up with wine. He'll be Tommy Pickles one day. Sorry.
Were either of you a big Rugrats fans?
I definitely watched a fuck ton of Rugrats.
Yeah, my little brother watched it more, so it was on.
Yeah. I just remember there being a Phil and Lil, and it's always funny when you hear your own name in something.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's why I like the Bible so much. A lot of Daniel references. I got a whole book named after me, bro.
Next question.
Okay. Let's see. Oh no!
Oh, I'm real slow about it. You're on fire, but it took you 28 seconds.
Doesn't everybody else has 3 questions as well? I don't understand.
No. I don't think you know how Kahoot works. Let's just get on to the next question and I'll explain it during the break.
No, it's fine.
Okay. All right. What was the name of Inspector Gadget's niece's dog? IQ, Gadge, Brain, or Susan?
Susan.
Damn it, Susan. I can see it now.
Oh, someone is taking their sweet time to answer.
It's fucking Brogert.
No.
He gets them right.
Or they. We don't know.
Oh, I know exactly who it is. Correct. It was Brain.
Wasn't it always Brain that solved the problem?
Yeah, he was the one. Like, Penny always took credit for it.
Yeah.
Like, Penny was kind of a, oh, yeah, I did it.
Listen, the dog can't speak, so she can take credit.
The dog had a watch. I'm pretty sure it could speak. It chose not to speak. That's how intelligent it was.
If it was worried about Penny taking credit, it would have done something about it.
Nah, I think Penny and the dog had a special relationship, if you will, so I think he let it slide.
I was a big Inspector Gadget fan.
I was as well.
Yeah.
I do remember Inspector Gadget.
Mainly for the gadgets.
Yeah. Go arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember the helicopter coming out of the hat. You could hold on.
So I have a story about this. I'm going to try and make it really quick. They had Inspector Gadget toys at McDonald's in like the piecemeal and you had to put them together. My mother drove me to every single McDonald's within our county to try and build one. And she does have a full Inspector Gadget.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah.
So, my brother and I really haven't eaten a lot of McDonald's since.
I got a McDonald's ashtray.
We have the Riddler cup, by the way, the little like.
We do have the Riddler cup. I forgot about that. Yeah. All right. Let's see who got this one correct the fastest or correct at all. Oh, tough round. 3 players lost 3.
Oof.
Oh my God. There's a name I don't see.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Brogert Brews is out.
Much like Troy, the fall has begun.
Oh God.
There's still time. There's
we have
still
so many
time.
questions.
But L-Box was born for this game. I think
LeBuggles.
I think they may have mentioned that. I assume that's you.
Daniel, I think this is your last question.
Correct.
I think you did 5. All right.
I have no idea what I did.
Yeah.
For trivia. So.
Well, way to plan. What actor was the voice of Bobby from Bobby's World?
Oh,
was it Howie Mandel, Freddie Prinze Jr., Dave Coulier, or Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger. Howie Mandel and Dave Coulier had good years.
They had a lot of good years in that time frame.
They did.
Yeah.
They were like the squeaky voice kings.
Yep. And one of them broke up with like 3 very famous people over that time frame, and there's songs written about him, and you would never think Dave Coulier is the fucking spawn of an Alanis Morissette song, which is crazy to me.
Entire album.
Yeah, 100%. He is the Jagged Little Pill. I don't know if you're aware of this. But yes, it is Howie Mandel. I knew that already. I loved Bobby's World, and I completely disdain Howie Mandel. So it always hurts me that he was the voice of my childhood somewhat hero, not Bobby.
He also played Bobby's father in it too.
Correct. Yeah, he did both voices for a long time. They had other people come on like later in the seasons, so he didn't have to, work too hard. What the fuck is that?
I like that the guy who did Bobby's World, and watch the career how he had after that.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Dave Coulier is like, what the hell?
Dave Coulier is like, cut it out, Howie Mandel. Quit being so famous. All right. Sorry, I watched a lot of Full House. We'll do that on a different episode.
Ooh, we got some drop broker bruises crawling back. All right, Tiffany, are you up and ready to read your?
I'm here.
There'll be a surprise to her as well.
They will. I'll forget the answer, and I don't have any background
you can't
on it.
Give the answer anyway.
I understand that, so it'll be a surprise for all of us.
Here we go.
All right. Which of the following cartoons did not air on Saturday mornings? Dexter's Laboratory, Hey Arnold, Tailspin, and Pinky and the Brain.
I know this answer.
I do know this answer. Okay. I remember this one now.
Yeah, I know this one.
Luckily, is Saturday morning cartoons still a thing?
No. Now it's like Saturday morning Yu-Gi-Oh! Where he fucks some glowing ball and his mom cleans a toilet. Like, it's fucking weird.
Also, no one got it right. It was Tailspin, and I fucking love Tailspin so much.
I have no background on this.
It's only one season, but it's 65 episodes. I couldn't use it as like the one I wanted to talk about for Saturday mornings because it's not a Saturday morning cartoon. So actually just devastated that it was like a Wednesday part of the TDA, it was Disney, the Disney afternoon
block. Yeah.
Anyway, just it's fine. Tailspin.
Chores got me like I missed my shows.
Nothing new.
No one got that right.
No one got it right. Let's go to the next one.
I think if you get it wrong, the fastest it should drop points. Okay.
All right. Rugrats aired for how many seasons? 3, 5, 7, or 9?
I'm going 245.
It was just
I feel like
on
it was
forever.
Non-stop.
It was 9 seasons, and then it probably aired for another like 20 years.
Everybody went 7 really quickly.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah. Anyway, nine seasons of Rugrats. So if you feel like wasting a whole weekend, you've got at least 2 booked up.
I would have gone with 7 on this one as well. It just doesn't. I don't remember shows lasting that long back then.
Yeah. That is kind of crazy.
But I wonder if it was kind of coming out at a point where, networks. Because one of the reasons Saturday morning cartoons don't really exist anymore is because there's channels for cartoons, I guess.
Right.
So I wonder if Rugrats kind of hit that where it could just kind of keep running.
Like that sweet spot, so to speak. Yeah, absolutely. Where you never knew what the Pickle family was up to, and you had to wait a whole week to find out.
Well, I was watching the Cucumber Family because I didn't have cable.
The the 5 years right behind me, and like right around my brother was the peak of the millennials, and it was even a bigger peak than baby boomers. And so the Rugrats would have been like the perfect thing for that. So the amount of individuals watching that show would have been
and there wasn't nearly
astronomical.
It wasn't nearly as much weird porn. So people that were into diaper stuff probably needed an outlet.
E-Bomb's World is
E-Bomb's World.
I wasn't into weird porn before watching Rugrats, but I was after.
But damn, did I get into it shortly thereafter.
Cynthia with her weird hair.
Comb your hair.
Whoa! No!
I stand corrected.
Look at that.
Wow.
Broger Brew's got that one real fast.
Was at the bottom.
Now he's at
at the top. All right, next question.
All right.
You got draked.
All right. Which of the following is not the name of Scrooge McDuck's nephews in DuckTales? That's the three little kids. Yep. Huey, Dewey, Bluey, or Louie?
I feel like this could go so many directions.
Correct. It was Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I'm actually very impressed that everyone got this right.
I knew that.
Great job.
Bluey is a dog.
Yeah. It's also the random name we came up with yesterday at the table. So if anyone was sitting with me yesterday, they know this answer.
Now the question is, did Broger Brews get it the fastest?
Oh! Look at them.
Man, the names aren't moving now. Yeah. I wonder if the people at the bottom have given up.
Don't do it. You still have time. We're only halfway through.
Question from a friend. Will there be a prize for 8th place?
Arnold from Hey Arnold lives in what boarding house with his grandparents? Is it called Sunset Arms, Pacific Heights, The Meadows, or Harmony Heights?
Why do his grandparents live in a boarding house? Boy, they blew it.
Yeah. They're like free-spirited artsy people. Yeah, I love them.
That's called homeless. If you're a grandparent and at a boarding house.
Listen, their pensions just never quite panned out. They did live in Sunset Arms, and I'm so proud of the 3 people that knew this.
I never really got into Hey Arnold either.
I love Hey Arnold.
Wasn't my jam.
Yeah. I'm just like 2 years younger, though, so I think that's really the cutoff
for Hey Arnold.
You watched a lot of cartoons my little brother watched.
Yeah, because he's a year younger than me.
Yeah,
barely. It's fine.
Go for the youngins.
All right.
Oh,
still on top of it. Bugs Baby.
Bugs Baby's coming. All right.
I don't know if we have any baby-centric gear.
Last one, Tiffany.
Oh, who is the voice of Miss Frizzle in the Magic School Bus, which I also love. All right, Tina Fey, Lucille Ball, Lily Tomlin, or Betty White?
I did love the Magic School Bus.
Yes. It was such a fun thing. Yeah. Good job, everyone. Look at you.
I mean, what's your favorite episode of Magic School Bus? Because I feel like it's
the one where they go through the bloodstream.
Yeah,
all the little platelets are cruising around.
I don't know if that's everyone's favorite or just the one that scarred us.
Yeah.
Well, so like that was the episode that I was like, what? Like just like the human body and like all of anyway. It's fine. Yes.
I love that this was a Lily Tomlin too.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew it I didn't know who Lily Tomlin was at the time of the show, but
no.
Now when I think back to it, I'm like, of course that was a Lily Tomlin.
Of course it was.
Yeah. It's so perfect.
It is.
All right. Oh, everyone got this one right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so proud of everyone playing.
The fastest.
Ooh, oh God.
Boy, down.
Poor Broger Brews. Phil did the last round of questions, and they're gonna be complicated as fuck.
Oh yeah. A lot of math in this last.
How many crunch berries were in a box of Saturday morning?
Here we go. The idea of presenting the Muppets as children appeared in a dream sequence in which Muppets movie?
I know this.
The Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppet Treasure Island, Muppets from Space, or The Great Muppet Caper?
By the way, 4 of the best films ever made.
I wish they would do a remake of all of the classics with Muppets instead of people.
Ooh, yes.
So one thing that I read, because for once I did a little bit of research on my questions. A cool fun fact about this is that they started making the Muppet Babies show before Muppets Take Manhattan came out.
Interesting.
Because they knew the idea came to them so quickly. They're like, let's make this. So it came out 2 months after the movie.
Oh, wow.
So they like really hit them really like hard. Like to do a flashback thing and then to be like, let's just make that a thing.
Yeah. I love that they capitalized on that very quickly.
Yeah. And I like that the show was actually made for babies too, even though I feel like I was an adult watching it. I totally wasn't.
Yeah, 100%.
But it was like, I don't know. It was such a fun show. I just remember it being great.
I will watch anything with Kermit the Frog in it. I'm sorry.
I always like Beaker.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's more my style anyway. I'm constantly getting burnt or hurting myself.
I was a big fan of Animal.
And
Grover.
The other really cool thing about this is our boys Howie Mandel and Dave Coulier were voices on it.
Correct. Yep, both of them.
It won 7 daytime Emmys in the 2 years that they made the show.
Well, yeah. What else was going on? Young and the Restless.
And they got 10 years of the show. They made 2 years of it and it aired for 10, which I think is crazy.
I haven't thought about Young and the Restless since I was approximately 8 years old when my mom had it on. God, sorry.
Hey. Ooh, Brew Kid Try 2 just jumped on the board.
Well, he finally got out of the chat.
Here we go. True or false? In 2001, Walt Disney Pictures released a theatrical film based on the series Recess.
It was called Inception.
This is actually probably one of the later cartoons that I would count as a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, I agree.
And that is true. It actually got 1 feature that was in theaters, and it got 3 straight to DVD movies. But this show was in '97, which I think is kind of the late. I almost want to say this might have been Saturday afternoon cartoons.
Yeah, because at that point we had jobs.
Or it was after school cartoons.
Okay.
But I think it was labeled as a Saturday morning cartoon. So
fair. I don't remember that much of Recess. Like I know it, even the little like still thing you just pulled up. I was like, oh yeah, I know that kid. Like
yeah. I mean, it was huge, but I loved it. But I think I was definitely maybe too old to be watching it. But whatever.
Whatever.
It's fine. Age is a number, Phil.
You can't stop me from watching cartoons.
Ooh,
Bruce.
I didn't throw off Brogert Bruce.
Boy, they were real hurt by my earliest comment. This will be the best they've ever done.
You know they're going to lose on the last question.
No, don't do that.
Well, Brewer's coming up strong. That's an answer streak of 5. If you could answer a little faster, boy, coming in hot. How many questions are left?
We only got 2 more.
Whoo, girl.
Here we go. Which of the following actors were not a voice in Captain Planet?
Halle Berry.
Whoopi Goldberg, Jeff Goldblum, LeVar Burton, or Morgan Freeman? There's a trick one.
That is a trick one.
Yeah.
Because Captain Planet was not black. So I would go with Jeff Goldblum, but...
Morgan Freeman is correct. He was not in it. The rest were. Whoopi was a main character.
Yeah.
LeVar was a main character, and Jeff Goldblum played a villain.
I feel like as Morgan Freeman, if you're in anything, though, you know Morgan Freeman was in that.
Yeah.
Because he's not putting on like a cool voice to do something. He's like, I gave Captain America's baby's daddy's mommy $30.
Well, I love that I love these cartoons back then because there weren't movie stars doing voices really that often.
That's true.
And I love that. There were true voiceover actors, which was so fun. The only other thing I read about Captain Planet, there was 2 different series. So I was like, how did this only run for 2 seasons? Because it was called Captain Planet and the Planeteers.
Correct.
But then it had the New Adventures of Captain Planet.
Yep.
So they did actually end up running for a lot longer than I thought. But my favorite fun fact I read about this is there was a villain in Captain Planet called Duke Nukem.
You damn right there was.
And the video game Duke Nukem had to change the spelling because they didn't want to get sued by Captain Planet.
Yeah. You imagine going to court with Captain Planet?
I loved Captain Planet.
I loved Duke Nukem.
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
when I first read it, I was like, wait, is Duke Nukem a spinoff from Captain Planet?
I'm like putting the puzzle pieces together.
Not the case. No, not what I thought.
Be a lot cooler if it was.
Yeah. And we've got one final question after we find out.
Oh, this could be the make or break.
Now, this is where Brewer Brews has to consider getting it correct or getting it fast.
Well, they've got a full 1,000 points on
but if
someone.
It doesn't matter. You don't know how the point scale works.
I'm actually not
Again,
sure
I'll explain it to you after the show.
All right. Are we ready for the final question?
I am.
Here we go.
Click as fast as you can.
Pinky and the Brain first appeared as a segment on which animated show?
Man.
Tiny Toon Adventures, Animaniacs, The Tick, or Tom and Jerry?
The Tick. I forgot all about The Tick.
I know, The Tick.
God.
So good.
It's so good.
I actually was... Ooh,
okay,
right.
I was right. It was a sub show, and I was certain it was a sub show of the Animaniacs, but then we were looking at Saturday morning cartoons, and I was like, it's a whole show. Anyway, I apologize.
It did get us its own show. It did start as that way, and then it got its own. And then at one point, it was actually called Pinky and Elmira in the Brain.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Then there were 65 episodes of this show, and it's actually based off of the two producers from Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yep.
Apparently, two of the guys were like they would like say their taglines all the time. So like those lines were just like things that weird producer guys said in the office.
For that,
I love it.
And I also think it's crazy that this was a Steven Spielberg show.
That actually didn't surprise me. It's very dramatic. It's well shot. Like the cinematography is amazing. I don't know how they got the mice to do that.
Yeah. I actually thought, because when we had posted our reel today talking about our favorite show, I was gonna do Tiny Toon Adventures initially until I had thought of Muppet Babies. But Tiny Toon Adventures, I was like, oh, I think Animaniacs was part of Tiny Toon Adventures,
right?
Because the animation's the same, and I was like, but it wasn't that either, which I think is crazy.
I think you're right. Like the more you think about it, there were so many of them that were like intertwined together. Like they were like little 5-minute clips within each other, that it's the chicken or the egg, which came first type conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I love Tiny Toon Adventures, and I also loved it for its theme song, which when you start listening to like Tiny Toon Adventures theme song, sounds a lot like Animaniacs, sounds a lot like Pinky and the Brain. Like there was like this weird rhythm that cartoons had back then.
They were no Doug, but that wasn't a Saturday morning cartoon. So
no Bud Light Lime either. But
we couldn't even explore Doug Funny on this episode, which is upsetting.
I know. That was one of our first like
Patty Mayonnaise.
Well, so Daniel and I, for one of our first like hangout sessions, we watched like the full first season of Doug. So
yeah, things got pretty sexual pretty quick in our relationship, obviously.
So we're about to find out who won. And
and they get a prize.
They get a prize, and they can let us know. I think we don't have too many crazy things on our plate on our site. How
did they let us know that they won, Phil? We had an issue with this last time.
Email.
Well, yeah. Hopefully our email's working this time. It should be. Otherwise, if you don't hear back from us, hit us up on Instagram.
Yep. Yes.
So or Instagram, just hit us up there. Either way, let's find out who won.
Please don't be Broger Brews. Please. I can't afford this.
Where are we?
They were
started so strong.
Uh-oh.
Brew Kid trying to. Look at you, Daniel. You Broger Brews.
Well done.
Damn.
Negative encouragement.
It just goes to show you that Little League baseball coach that smoked a pack a day and somehow chewed tobacco and spit all the time and yelled at you and told you were a piece of shit when you were 9 and played right field in a Little League game. He was right. It works. Yeah, I'll be fine. Everybody's fine.
All right. Well, Broger Brews, whoever you are, you can either send us an email and let us know what shirt you want and what size, I guess. Is that how we'll do it?
Good to see you, AJ. Missed it.
Or we'll just pick a shirt for you. If you don't pick one, just send us your size.
Oh, no. I think when we do these, we should get to pick.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Take that, Broger Bruce.
Yeah, there's no real rules. I'm not gonna let Broger Bruce
send us your
shirt
size and your address, and we'll send you a shirt.
Send us your underwear size, your address, your social security number,
mother's maiden name.
Yeah, credit card just for safety.
Yeah. Don't forget the code in the back, just in case.
Yeah. I might just send them this shirt Yeah, I mean,
listen, I'm interested as to where you got that.
Take it to an embroidery shop and put the Wish You Were a Beer logo somewhere on it.
Oh, and have them take glow in the dark thread and make it glow in the dark.
Let's make this $4 shirt a $50 shirt.
Yeah.
If we're giving it away, let's give away the good shit.
All right. So yeah, reach out to us. Hopefully our email's working now.
If it's not, just find us on Instagram. I assume you already follow us. Send us a direct message, and
we'll send an email right back to you. So if you don't get one pretty quickly, hit us on Instagram.
And if we're not sure, we may ask you to tell us what the second question on trivia was.
Oh, no one else will remember that.
Obviously not.
I don't remember it.
Exactly.
The only person who might remember it is Jack because he missed it.
It's a good thing they can't just like go back and watch this again.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't that drive numbers? See what I did there?
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
I love trivia nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm glad we got to have this beer. It just fits so nicely with the theme.
And it was solid.
It was very good. It
was upsettingly good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and him listing off all the other weird things that he's like, I was like, what? Who are you?
Phil, when you find butter beer, I do need that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
also going to be looking out for Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I would also like to have the
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, I'll try all of those.
I'll just keep an eye out for this brewery because I have a feeling it's all going to be good.
Yeah,
so,
fair.
Anything I see, I'll grab.
I'm for it.
Awesome. Well, we might do a show next week. We might not. No. Tiffany's going to be traveling. I'm probably going to be hungover. We are going to travel to go see Phil, though, very soon. So make sure you keep up with our Instagram. We might all three be in the same space at one point, which is crazy.
Been a while.
Yeah. It has been a while.
Yes.
Yeah. So that should be a lot of fun. So keep up on our social medias down at the bottom of the page there. I'm sure if we're all three together at a brewery, we'll be posting like idiots.
Or not, because we're drinking.
Yeah, like idiots. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, but we're too busy. We're too busy hanging out, enjoying real life.
That'll be you guys. I'll be show working. Let's not kid ourselves.
Daniel's really good at it. And I'm like...
And by that, I mean I go like this.
He's a little shaky.
I'm so shaky with this damn thing.
But he remembers to like pull the camera out. Not me.
Not important.
I live in the moment.
I'll see you.
Yeah, I love that shirt.
I love it so much.
Burger Brews, make sure you reach out to us any way you can find us and let us know that you want trivia so we can send you a prize. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and make sure you keep up with us, and let's do another show.
Yeah, eventually.
Fine. If we must.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I got a colonoscopy, I think. So that's why I wanted that butter beer, so I could really mess with the doctor.
Don't say colonoscopy because my TikTok account keeps showing me colonoscopy farts.
What?
Those things pop up all the time.
Stop it. No.